Okay guys, we're doing an unboxing video. I already did the unboxing just to save some time, but this is a nice, rather huge package sent to me by the Albino Rhino and Averagejoe. It's sort of a duo thing again, like they've been doing. Much more convenient for everybody involved, and I will be building a package here over the next, probably the next month, and I'll have some nice stuff to send back to Rhino and Joe, and it'll probably be a fairly huge fucking box because they've been spoiling me quite a bit lately, so gonna return the favor. It should not be hard to guess what came from whom, so we'll start off here. I'm pretty sure these three are from the Rhino and the rest are from Joe. It's a 9 beer package. Well, one of them you can argue probably isn't a beer, but and we'll start with that one. This is Octane 7.0. It's 7% alcoholic beverage with caffeine, and this, you can tell this is American because it says it's malt liquor instead of like the normal thing where they'd have like in Canada where it'd like be some sort of spirit mixed with this stuff, and this does not look good. I fucking hate energy drinks, and essentially this is an alcoholic energy drink like your Four Locos and shit like that, and I just must say I'm not looking forward to this at all, but it should make for some interesting video at the very least. This next one, correct me if I'm wrong there guys, but I think Joe gave a bunch of these to the Rhino, and Rhino's been sending them out like a disease to other people. This is Big Flats premium beer from established in 1901, I guess. Lager beer, it says, and this has got the dubious distinction of being 50 cents for a can of beer. Yep. I think they got, I can't remember how many were picked up, but it was 50 cents a beer, or maybe even less than 50 cents a beer. So that tells you what the quality is going to be like when I get into this one. Do they even give the alcohol on this? I don't think they do. I think it's only like 5% or something like that. Anyway, I'll look it up when we go. Here's one that's, I don't know what the hell to make of this one. Uncommon Brewers Siamese Twin Ale, organic. It is it says it's brewed to be aged, stored in a cool place, and witness a change. Ale brewed with kaffir, lime leaves, lemongrass, and coriander. So it's like apparently using Belgian techniques and all kinds of weird ingredients. 8.5%. Oh, geez. Alcohol by volume, certified organic. Where are these guys from? Santa Cruz, California. Uncommon Brewers. Interesting, very interesting. So I don't know if I'll probably sit on this one for a little while. Not like a year or anything, but I will sit on it for a bit. Might be the last one I do, actually. Alright, now we got, I think those were all from Rhino. I'm pretty sure they were. So now I'm going to get to the ones from Joe. And starting here is one we discussed. I'm usually pretty bad when it comes to asking for stuff that I want. Like, I don't usually have like a big wants list or anything, and Joe's like, what do you want? What do you want? And I'm like, I don't really know. Well, this one came to mind. I always wanted to try the Midas Touch from Dogfish Head, which is essentially it's a ancient ale recipe, I guess is the best way to say it. It's supposed to be a representation of an old style of beer. 9% alcohol by volume. Handcrafted ancient ale with barley, honey, white muscat grapes, and saffron. So that should be very, very interesting. I've always wanted to try that one. That's definitely one that's stuck in my mind for years. It just sounded really weird, and I wanted to try it, so that's cool. Here's sort of the piece de resistance of the beer mail, just because I have some things I want to say about this one. This is the R&R Coconut IPA, and I'm going to be reviewing this tonight, actually. This, of course, is the beer that my friend and the guy you know on BeerTube as Stumpy Joe Jr., Ryan Rashawn, had a part in doing. It was partly his winning homebrew recipe that went into this beer. It's a collaboration between him, his friend Robert Masterson, I believe, and Rip Current and Stone Brewing. And of course there's been about 1 million reviews of this, and they've all basically talked about how there's no coconut in this beer, pretty much, even though it's advertised as a coconut IPA. And the cool thing about this is I think I'm going to be trying this the oldest of anybody. It's 2 days, well, it's a day now past its expiration date, or best before date. Expiration date makes it sound like it's gone bad already, but it hasn't. But well, I'll get more into it when I do the review, but this is very cool. It's going to be going right in the freezer as soon as I'm done this video, and it should be nice and cool for me a little later on when I do the review. Alright. Next, Hot Gela High, Beer of Bite, Horseheads Brewery, Inc. from New York. And this is it's a beer made with peppers, hot peppers. I can't think what hot peppers at the moment are in it, but this is Beer of Bite, and it's got these rabbit-looking dogs, and that looks very, very cool. Yeah, you have to look up the reviews of this one, or look it up on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, or one of those shitty sites. Get all the information, but very cool, very, very cool. Next, we have another sort of a pepper beer. This is from Founders. 10% alcohol by volume. It's their Mango Magnifico. I keep wanting to say Magnifico, but it's Magnifico. Concolor, Mango Magnifico Concolor Ale, Mango Ale brewed with a hint of habanero. Apparently this stuff's pretty good, so I'm going to be trying that one out at some point here. Very, very cool. I don't think I've ever had a Founders beer in that big a bottle, so interesting. I might have to share that one, depending on how strong it is. Here's one Joe said he was going to, well, I asked if I could have another one of these, and Joe said, sure, I'll send you this one. This one's Tenfitty. I've reviewed this one, of course, before. But this is a year old, this one. Canned on 9/28/12. So it'd be interesting to see if there's been any changes on this one sitting in a can for a year. It'd be an interesting little experiment. We'll do a video on that. So cool. Thank you, sir. And finally, here is Stone Farkin Wheaton Woot Stout. Another collaboration beer from Stone between Greg Cook, Drew Curtis from Fark.com, and Will Wheaton of Whistler Crusher fame, if you can consider that fame, I guess. He's basically just turned his career into becoming like the most famous geek in the world, or something along those lines. Yeah, Jesus. But I'm going to be doing this beer, actually, a collaboration review with Jameson, Tantrum 777. Looking forward to doing that. We're going to set that up here sometime in the near future and do a review. Very cool. It's a ale brewed with pecans, wheat, and rye, and a quarter of it is aged in bourbon barrels. So, yeah. Very, very cool. Alright. Yeah, so there we go. There's all the beers. This has been a rather long unboxing. Aren't you glad now I cut out the actual unboxing part, because we were at 10 minutes. Alright guys, again, big thanks to Joe and Rhino, and we will see you guys here in the future with these reviews. Bye bye.